All right, welcome back for another deep dive with us here at Tipsmodo. And we're always about finding those winning edges. And this Champions League clash between Liverpool and PSG has really got us buzzing. I mean, this is going to be good.
Yeah, it's we're in the second leg of the round of 16, and after that first leg, things are pretty wild, pretty wide open right now. Are you ready to kind of unpack all this?
Absolutely, yeah. And for those tuning in who might not remember, PSG were the heavy favorites going into that first leg, right?
Yeah.
At their home ground, star-studded lineup, just dominating possession, peppering Allison with, I think it was 27 shots.
27 shots,
It's
yeah.
unbelievable.
It is, and yet they couldn't find the back of the net. You have to give credit where credit's due, right? I mean, Allison was an absolute brick wall for Liverpool, really put on a goalkeeping masterclass.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he was the difference, right? When you look at the numbers, Liverpool only had 2 shots the entire match. And one of them, just a beauty from Harvey Elliott in the 87th minute, sealed the deal. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, it's not just about efficiency, it's about a tactical approach. We at Tipsmodo, we believe that Liverpool might be playing, more of a long game here, right? They're using this counterattacking strategy that prioritizes, quality chances over sheer volume.
Right, and that just makes this second leg even more unpredictable. And plus, when you look back at Liverpool's track record, they've advanced in their last 14 Champions League ties after winning that first leg. Talk about a confidence booster. I mean,
Yeah, that kind of historical data is really crucial for us at Tixmodo. It informs our algorithms and it helps us understand the bigger picture.
for sure. Now, Liverpool's recent form has been, well, a little bit of a mixed bag. They won their last match against Southampton 3-1, but it wasn't exactly the smoothest performance, was it?
It was a real tale of two halves, right? They struggled defensively in that first half. They even conceded a goal to Southampton. I mean, this is a team that's been, fighting relegation all season long.
Yeah, that's the thing about football, right? It's not just about the win. It's about how you win. And our analysts here at Tipsmodo, they're always digging deeper, looking beyond just the scores to really understand the nuances of each team's performance.
Exactly. And that first half against Southampton, that really exposed, I think, some defensive vulnerabilities that PSG will have definitely noticed. Remember, they've got Dembele's speed on that right flank, and he can cause some serious problems for Liverpool's left back, who was really exposed in that Southampton match. If PSG can isolate him, that could be their key to unlocking that defense.
It really could. And that's that kind of insight we're all about at Tips Motor, right? We break down these tactical matchups to help you see the game differently. Now, on the other side, we've got PSG, right? I mean, the undisputed kings of League One, consistently dominating the French league.
The Champions League, that's a different beast, right? They haven't quite cracked the code yet, but let's not forget their recent 4-1 win against Rennes. Dembele was on fire in that one, 2 goals.
Yeah, and here's a stat to ponder. PSG is on a 13-match winning streak away from home. I mean, imagine walking into Anfield, one of the most intimidating stadiums in the world, and you haven't tasted defeat on the road in 13 games straight. That's the kind of confidence PSG is bringing into this clash.
Yeah, it's a confidence that could disrupt that historical trend. No French team has beaten an English team on English soil in the Champions League for 15 games.
But here's the twist. The last team to achieve that feat, PSG.
It's true.
It's a fascinating historical quirk that adds another layer of intrigue to this matchup.
Yeah, these are the kinds of details we obsess over at Tipsmodo. We know that sometimes those little bits of history can hold the key to understanding a team's mentality and predicting their next move.
Okay, so we've got this clash of styles, right?
Hmm.
Liverpool's calculated efficiency versus PSG's just all-out attacking power. And let's not forget the mental game here. Liverpool with the 1-goal lead in their history of pulling off these kinds of wins versus PSG, desperate to prove themselves on that European stage.
Yeah, it's a classic David versus Goliath scenario, right? Except this time, David landed that first blow, right? And that's what makes this match so fascinating, right?
Yeah, totally. I'm curious though, how do you think Liverpool will approach this second leg? Will they sit back and defend that lead, or will they try to press high and catch PSG on the counterattack again? What do you think?
Well, I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, Liverpool's manager, Arne Slot, is known for his tactical flexibility. He could very easily adapt their approach just, based on how PSG sets up.
It's a real chess match.
Ah,
One thing's for sure, though, Allison's going to need to be at his absolute best again. if PSG comes out firing on all cylinders, he's gonna have a busy night.
Yeah, I mean, he was the difference maker in that first leg, no doubt. But it's not just about Alisson. The entire Liverpool defense is going to need to be, you know, much tighter than they were against Southampton. You know, our analysts have been, studying the footage, and we've identified some key areas where PSG might try to exploit those weaknesses.
Yeah, for sure. They can't afford to give PSG any easy chances,
No.
especially with players like Dembélé, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola lurking around the box. I mean, those guys can turn a game on its head in an instant.
And don't forget about PSG's midfield, right? I mean, Vitinha, Ruiz, Neves, these guys pull the strings, right? They control the tempo, they dictate the play. I mean, it's going to be a real battle in the middle of the park.
It's almost unbelievable that a team with that much attacking talent failed to score in that first leg. But that just goes to show you anything can happen in football. Right?
Yeah, precisely. That unpredictability is what keeps us on our toes here at Tips Moto. You know, we spend countless hours analyzing every detail. You know, team form, individual player performances, tactical setups, even historical trends. Because we know the devil is in the details.
That's why, we're not just giving you predictions, right?
Yeah.
We're giving you the insights you need to understand the game at a much, much deeper level.
Yeah, we want our users to be informed and confident in their decisions, right? That's what sets Tips Moto apart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of informed decisions, let's talk about potential lineup changes. Liverpool has a few injury concerns, most notably Cody Gakpo. He's been in good form lately, but might miss this match. And Dominic Szoboszlai was subbed off at halftime against Southampton. Could fatigue be a factor there? What do you think?
That's a great point. Our analysts are factoring that into their assessments. Could this be Harvey Elliott's chance to shine from the start after that stunning first leg goal? I mean, he really seems to thrive in those high pressure situations.
Yeah. On the other side, PSG are coming in at full strength. Several key players were rested for that Rennes game, so they'll be fresh and ready to go. I mean, this adds another layer of complexity to the match, making it even more of a challenge to predict.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we encourage you to visit www.tipsmoto.co.ke, right? Our team of expert analysts are constantly, crunching the numbers, breaking down those matchups, and providing you with, the most insightful betting tips and predictions to help you navigate these really complex scenarios.
Yeah, that's right. We're all about giving you that Tips Moto edge. Remember, this isn't just about picking a winner. It's about understanding the game, the players, and the strategies that could influence the outcome.
Yeah, this match is a perfect example, right? On paper, PSG might seem like the favorites, but Liverpool's resilience and tactical discipline could easily swing the momentum in their favor.
It's a match that's truly too close to call. And that's what makes it so captivating. Two of the best teams in Europe going head to head, with a place in the Champions League quarterfinals at stake. This is what football is all about.
Yeah, it all comes down to execution, right? Will Liverpool's disciplined defense and clinical counterattacking prevail? Or will PSG's, relentless attacking waves led by those world-class forwards be too much to handle? I don't know.
I can't wait to find out, and we'll be here, breaking it all down for you. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's get back to those potential lineup changes. We've got some intriguing possibilities to explore.
Yeah, it's these little details like potential lineup changes that can really shake things up. We're talking about a match where, the margins they're razor thin. One substitution, one tactical tweak, it could change the entire course of the game.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where the expertise of our Tips Moto analysts really come in. We're not just looking at who's on the pitch. We're analyzing their playing styles, their recent form, their strengths and weaknesses, right? It's about understanding that potential impact each player can have on the match. Yeah, exactly. For instance, if Liverpool decides to rest Szoboszlai, who steps in, right? Does Elliott get the nod after that stunning first leg goal, or do they go with a more experienced midfielder to control the tempo? I mean, these decisions can make or break a team's strategy.
And on the PSG side, will they stick with that attacking trio that's been so dominant domestically, or will they opt for a more balanced approach, knowing Liverpool's counterattacking threat? These are the questions we're grappling with at Tips Moto, and we're using every bit of data at our disposal to provide you with the most insightful analysis.
It's like a giant puzzle, isn't it? You've got all these pieces, the players, the tactics, the historical trends, And we're trying to put it all together to see that bigger picture.
And that's the beauty of it. Football is a complex and dynamic sport, and there's no single formula for success, right? It's about understanding the nuances, those subtle shifts in momentum, those individual battles that can win or lose a game.
Yeah. And for those of you who love a bit of a gamble, well, those nuances can translate into some pretty exciting betting opportunities. That's why we encourage you to, visit www.tipsmoto.co.ke. Our team of expert analysts are constantly crunching the numbers, breaking down those matchups, providing you with the most insightful betting tips and predictions to help you make those really informed decisions.
We're all about empowering you with knowledge, right?
Right.
We want you to not just watch the match, but truly experience it. Understand those tactical battles, the individual brilliance, the drama that unfolds with every pass, every tackle, every goal.
So as you gear up for this epic clash between Liverpool and PSG, remember it's not just about the final score. It's about the journey, the twists and turns, those moments of magic that make football the beautiful game we all love.
And if you wanna add another layer of excitement to that journey, well, head over to www.tipsmoto.co.ke and let our expert analysis guide your betting decisions.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us on another deep dive here at Tips Moto. We'll be back soon with more in-depth analysis, helping you unlock those winning edges. Until then, enjoy the beautiful game.